Hiya. It's this so cold weather is playing havoc with my battery. I'm making some groovy little what do you call them? Wheel skates. I've got some whopping great big casters and some little ones, so I'm going to be making a bit of a hot rod caster skate. But yeah, we'll this is going to go into the back end, and the back end's quite light, so it's all about being able to push the car from side to side, you know, so that's what that's about. Well, you can tell I'm not a woodworker. Anyway, this is the looks a bit like a gasser. So it's 3/4 ply and inch by 2 little strengtheners, I guess I've screwed down through. So hopefully that works. Don't collapse in a heap. Well, that worked out a treat. I've got plenty of room for my big old body, and I should be able just to get the door open fully. I've got about a ½ inch gap on that side. I think I might have to put some carpet or something on the wall there, you know, the pillar. You know, this problem with research and development, I did have to put a piece of angle across. It was trying to do like a knock-knee pelican sort of thing, but it's working alright at the moment, so I think those little wheels struggle a little bit on the concrete, so that's alright, it's working. So, they're about the same height up, front to back, so you shouldn't have any strange twists and things. Well, I think the chassis is pretty strong on these anyway, so I just thought about a quick toolbox tour for Larry, for Dogbuggy. Right, so anything to do with sockets at the top, the torque wrench, quarter, 3/8, ½ inch, AF spanners, metric spanners, or my new screwdrivers, and the old screwdrivers, pliers, scissors, anything cutty. My toolbox is quite, I don't know, higgledy-piggledy nowadays. No, I'm not doing it for a job. Anything to do with measuring, I guess, really, mainly. For my chronometers, there's some verniers under there. One of these doobries for getting shaped around funny things. Quite useful sometimes. Calipers, you know, that sort of stuff. I've got cutty things in there as well, which I'm not really sure about. I've got some blades in there, and Stanley knife, utility knife, fuel gauges. Oh, that's my hitty drawer. Anything I hit is pretty much in there, and for levering and bar and stuff. Sorry, Matthew. There's a wood chisel in there as well, but that's not really used for wood anymore. Yeah, some scrapers and Allen keys and some brake tools. I don't know why they're in there, but they're in there. I think it's to do with making stuff. Do you know what I mean? So sort of a making stuff drawer. This is a thread cutter, thread restorer. It's only really any good for big threads. Pipe cutter. Drilling and cleaning up rust, I suppose. Hammers, different sorts. My nut cert tool in there, and handy little gadgets. Riv nut cert, all sorts of things like that. Oh, proper red thread restoring, or taps and dies, metric. I've only got, most of them are AF or Imperial. one little metric set there. All sand and stuff. Needs a bit of sawn out by the looks of it. Some dollies and more sand and stuff. Clamping stuff. From little bitty clamps like that to the big G clamps, C clamps. There's some of my most favourite ones. Get you out of trouble ones. And then, collars, and there's DTI gauge, there's valve seat cutting tools, ball joint breaker, distributor, cam timing disc, and then very bottom is my power tools, electrical power tools. I don't have much in the way of air tools because that little compressor won't run them, so I've just got a little die grinder that it works well, but you know, it'll run the compressor down. And then over here I've got the box with me spray guns and stuff in, so that's pretty much it for me. I thought now's as good a time as any to investigate this paint issue. It's a bit of 240 grit. I was interested to see if the bubble was in just the colour, or whether it's in the primer. Does that make any sense? Or whether that would make any, gives any conclusions. Right. In the primer, doesn't it? With the top of the pimple gone, I've got raised primer pimples. So it doesn't look like the primer that's it's the primer that's pimpled, pickled, or what do you want to call it, done it? What do you think? Okie dokie, so I think we've got a reasonable good starting point, but the I think the gaps are a bit groovy at the top, and there is a slight twist in it. It's not too bad, but there is a twist in it slightly. I think it might not be, well, I don't know. It might be, that's good. Oh, nice teeth for it. It might be something to do with the I need to get the bonnet on as well and get that lined up at the same time. I could lift the back of the body up a bit and see if the front dives down a bit, get the gap up here closer. That might do the trick. It's pulled down quite tight on the rubber, which is just here as well, so it might need a thinner rubber in there. That might do the trick as well. So, but now I've literally just slung, chucked the door on, and giving it a quick try, so quite happy with that, really, considering. But it does need the bonnet on there as well to see what's going on. Old Vincent's looking a bit more complete, bless him. Alright guys, Happy New Year.